I found a USB drive wedged inside the spine of a library book. No label, no markings, just a black plastic rectangle that didn't belong there. Inside, 4 files, 3 audio recordings, 1 video file dated October 14th, 2021. The files belonged to a man named Daniel Weiss. He lived in Hennessy, Oklahoma. He was reported missing on October 15th, 2021. That was 5 years ago. He was never found, but the files remained, and they documented exactly what happened to him. This is what he left behind. Daniel's first recording started October 11th at 11:47 p.m. His voice was steady, clinical, like he was documenting a problem to solve. It happens every night, same time, same pattern. 3 knocks from inside the wall. He'd lived in that house for 6 years, alone, a contractor's home. Modest, single story, the kind of place where you know every sound. But this sound was new. 3 knocks, always from the master bedroom, always at 11 o'clock, always from inside the wall, not behind it, not echoing through it, from within the drywall itself. I've checked the house, no pipes running there, no wiring, it's just empty space. On the second recording, October 12th, his voice had changed, tighter, less certain. It's getting louder. 3 knocks had become 5, still in sequence, still rhythmic, still from the same spot, the east wall of his bedroom, 3 feet up from the baseboard. I'm going to open it tomorrow. I need to know what's making that sound. October 13th, morning recording. His hands shook as he held the microphone. You could hear it in the background, the scrape of a utility knife, the crack of drywall. I've cut a section open, about 2 feet by 2 feet. I'm looking inside now. A pause. Long, too long. There are marks, scratched into the paper backing, hundreds of them, tally marks. I'm counting. 200, 210, 220. They go all the way to the back of the stud cavity. Another pause. And there's hair. Human hair. Compressed into the insulation. Long, dark, matted. Like something had been pressed against it for a very long time. His breathing audible now, faster. The marks. They're not random. They're organized. Grouped in 5s. Every 5th mark is crossed through. That's 37 complete groups. Plus a partial. That's not random counting. That's deliberate. He didn't finish the sentence. I'm calling someone. I need to know how long those marks have been there. How long something's been living in my wall. October 14th, the final audio file. Daniel had set up a digital recorder on his nightstand, left it running, decided to sleep with a baseball bat beside him. The first 4 hours. Silence. Wind outside. The house settling. Normal sounds. Then, 2:34 a.m. Movement. Inside the wall. Not knocking this time. Something shifting. Drywall dust falling. Insulation rustling. A sound like fingernails dragging against paper backing. Then the wall tore open. Not from his side, from inside the wall. Something pushed outward. Drywall crumbled. Insulation scattered across the floor. And it was breathing, heavy, wet, inches from the recorder's microphone. The audio captured 4 minutes of breathing. Just breathing. No words. No sounds besides that ragged, labored inhalation and exhalation. Then nothing. Silence returned. The breathing stopped. The room went quiet. But Daniel never went back to sleep. The final file was a phone video, shaky, filmed in darkness with just the phone's flashlight. October 14th, 7:43 a.m. Morning light starting to creep through the windows. His bedroom wall was destroyed. A jagged hole, roughly 4 feet across. Torn from the interior. Insulation hung like entrails. Drywall fragments covered the floor and the bed. But that wasn't the worst part. There were drag marks, starting from his bed, a trail of disturbed dust and debris leading directly into the wall cavity. The camera panned to the closet, his front door, both locked, deadbolted from the inside. I don't know what came out of that wall last night, but I know it went back in. The video cut to his workplace. A woman appeared on screen. Karen, his co-worker. She was showing something to the camera. A piece of the wall, the interior framing, bore marks scratched into the wood. Deep gouges, parallel lines, spaced exactly 4 inches apart. He brought this to work. He said whatever made those marks was thin enough to fit between the studs. The camera returned to the wall cavity. The space between the studs is 14 inches wide. A pause. Whatever was living in my wall was no wider than 14 inches.